Let's dive right in. Powerful wind-fueled storms across northwest Indiana brought down trees and power lines, closed some schools, and left tens of thousands without electricity. We've got the what, where, and when. I'm Garrett.
This is Laid Back, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Chicago. First up, powerful storms cause widespread damage and school closures in northwest Indiana. A fast-moving system Monday afternoon toppled trees and power lines, with about 59,000 customers affected at some point and a peak of around 52,000 outages. Hard-hit communities include Crown Point, Hobart, Merrillville, and Michigan City. That's just across the state line from Chicago. Schools in the Dunland and Hanover school corporations were closed Tuesday because of the outages. Hanover Central Middle School even took roof damage, and the high school lost power. The utility there, NIPSCO, which is the Northern Indiana Public Service Company, said crews had restored about 56% of customers by Tuesday at noon. Repairs forced some temporary road closures so crews could work safely. Hobart's assistant fire chief reported no injuries in town, which is a relief given the size of debris. One homeowner had a 100-foot maple come down. Why does restoration still take so long after the storms pass when it sounds like crews are hustling?
Yeah, that checks out. It's a safety and sequencing thing. Crews first kill live lines so no one gets hurt, then clear trees, then rebuild the grid from big feeders to neighborhood lines. Think main arteries before side streets. Plus, when poles snap, that's custom work on each site, not just a flip of a switch. I do like seeing the coordination. City crews handling closures, firefighters keeping scenes safe, and NIPSCO rotating in extra teams. But these storms underline a bigger point. Stronger winds are stress testing older infrastructure. Proactive tree trimming, sturdier poles, and faster mutual aid agreements make a difference when the next squall line rolls through. All right, let's roll on. Providence rises in rankings as Lincoln Way Central suffers first loss. Lincoln Way Central, the Knights out in New Lenox, took their first loss in a shootout to Maine South. That's Park Ridge. A shootout, by the way, is penalty kicks after a tie in regulation and overtime. Central was missing star Taylor Watt due to injury, which matters in tight finishes. Providence Catholic, also in New Lenox, got a big bump after senior midfielder Maggie Wolniakowski helped them earn a tie with Central. Steady two-way play will do that. Elsewhere, Marist's freshman Eliana Tsotsos kept her streak going in a shootout win over Plainfield East. Lamont's Gabriella Kuruk buried a penalty to keep their unbeaten run alive. And the player of the week, St. Lawrence's Natalie Romano, a sophomore midfielder with 5 goals in 5 games. That's efficiency.
That's so wild. I love seeing freshmen like Eliana Tsotsos and Sandberg's Quinn Fahey making real impacts. Younger players add energy, and it builds a pipeline for the next few seasons. And even with Taylor Watt out, Lincoln Way Central holding their own says a lot about their depth. Depth means the whole roster can step up when a key piece is missing. Quick question, why do ties move teams in rankings so much?
Strength of schedule, basically. A tie against a powerhouse counts as proof you can hang. Rankings look at who you played, not just wins and losses. That's a solid point for Providence this week.
Okay, here we go on baseball. Batavia's Ryan Rodriguez shines with natural batting prowess in key victory. Batavia in the Duquesne Conference, which is a West Suburban high school league, beat St. Charles North 4-2. Junior right fielder Ryan Rodriguez ripped a 2-run double in the 5th to break a 2-2 tie. Junior Colin Jack went the distance on the mound with a complete game. Rodriguez is ranked 104th in the state for his class, and here's a twist. He's also considered the 11th best third baseman statewide, even though he's patrolling right field right now. Coach Alex Beckman says that swing is natural, which is sports speak for great mechanics that don't need overthinking.
I'm down for that. Confidence plus contact, and that combo travels. What I like is the coaching piece. When a staff gives a player a clear role and backs it with reps, it turns raw talent into repeatable results. That 2-run double felt like a trust swing. See it, drive it, don't try to do too much. Let's switch it up. Sandberg's goalkeeper, Alana Noon, proves to be an unyielding defense in victory over Andrew. Sandberg, in the Southwest Suburban Conference, which is a South Suburban athletic league, edged Andrew 1-0. Senior keeper Alana Noon put up 9 saves. Freshman Quinn Fahey had the game winner. Noon's committed to Benedictine University next year. And hey, despite all the jokes about her last name, Noon's presence is not to be taken lightly. Shorter than the prototypical keeper, but her agility and reads are top tier. In a 1-goal match, that's your margin.
Let's get to the heart of it. Leadership from the backline settles teams down. A reliable keeper, someone you trust to make the first save and direct traffic, changes how confidently the midfield and defense step to the ball. And for Quinn Fahey, scoring as a freshman in a rivalry game, that's a big confidence deposit in the team's bank. Last up, switching gears a bit, downtown Evanston Earth Day cleanup reveals remarkable cleanliness. About 100 volunteers gathered at Fountain Square, Northwestern staff, residents, and local groups to pick up litter. The event was organized by Downtown Evanston, the business district nonprofit, and the Women's Club of Evanston. Brightview, a landscaping company, provided equipment. Volunteers mainly found cigarette butts, otherwise the area was far cleaner than expected. That suggests the ongoing beautification efforts are working. Consistent small actions add up, and community events like this do more than tidy up sidewalks. They connect neighbors and keep expectations high for how our shared spaces should look.
That kind of blew my mind. We expect urban cores to be messy, but habits change when bins are handy, sidewalks get regular attention, and folks take pride block by block. Evanston showing its best for Earth Day is a nice counterstory to the typical litter narrative. That's all for today on Laid Back Local from Chicago.
Thanks for tuning in, and see you tomorrow.